Big here, and today we're going to be looking at Red Dead Redemption 2, and we're kind of just be talking about my experience in the first about, I want to say 20%. Hold on. So I've done 21.2%. So, and I've done about, let's say about 14, 15 hours. As you can see, the scenery here is beautiful. And we're, I think, just starting chapter 3 right now. That's where I'm at. I am going to actually fast travel because I want to see a couple things that I didn't get to do in this one town. Actually, I can't go to Valentine. That's the one town I can't go to. Alright, never mind. So, let me actually look at my map. And that brings up a good point. So, on the map, you kind of see it's fairly big. Initially, you start out here in the mountains, and it's all kind of snow area, and it's a basic tutorial of how to do things, how to hunt, how to move things around, how to shoot, how to do things like that. And next, just go over here. I believe, yeah, this is where I want to go. So I'm gonna stick it right there. Let's get dark again. I'll get dark really quickly. Go grab my horse. And after that, you kind of move to a campsite near where we're about to head now, and you start kind of doing missions and things like that. So, about the first hour and a half to 2 hours, you're going to be spending it pretty much at that area in the snow. Some say it's a little slow, but I guess I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, I think it's aiming to establish two things: how to use things, as far as how to use guns, how to hunt, how to do the mechanics of the game, how to do a couple different things, and I thought that was very useful. I had a little bit of an issue because I was streaming on Twitch, and the Twitch bar was blocking some things. So you can see people just ask you for help all the time. Oh wait, he's an outlaw.
If I don't get these shackles off soon, I'm a goner. Please.
Alright, he's an outlaw, so how do I help him?
Everyone deserves a second chance. Come on. Please.
This is crazy.
Thank God.
Alright.
Oh, I have waited to hear that noise for so long.
Yeah, I bet.
I wish I could give you some money or, well,
Let's see what he says.
I might have something of interest. Some fat fella and his wife had a pig farm, northeast of Rhodes,
Okay.
near the border with Roanoke. Word is he's got piles of money.
You sure I'm the right person for this sort of information?
I ain't saying nothing. Do with it what you will.
Well, he is an outlaw, so. I have to say, you gotta keep criminals off the street. So anyways, once you leave the first area, you go to a camp next to where we're gonna be going, and you kind of start your adventures there. You learn, about different things, and in the first area, you're really establishing your gang kind of people in the gang and things like that. And there's really good, rich backstories to them, and I think it's really well done. And I think that's why the first area takes a little long, because you're kind of hearing all these stories and you're establishing relationships. I think in this game more than else, you're kind of you're doing, there's missions that you're doing for the sake of just getting to know your fellow gang members very well. And there's one particular one which I found very entertaining, and in which you and Lenny go get drunk, and you originally say you're basically going to drink one drink, but you end up drinking a lot, and your vision gets blurry, and you have a hard time walking, and you lose Lenny in the bar, and you kind of have to go look for him, and everybody looks like Lenny. Like, all the women, you could say that they're wearing dresses, but they have Lenny's head on. There's even one area where two people are having relations, and both of them have Lenny's head on them. It makes for a very, very funny kind of mission, but a lot of fun because you learn how to interact with people, like greeting them and things like that, how to interact with strangers and how to talk to strangers. So even that mission kind of had, some educational element to it. And apparently I learned that for $10 you can get out of the drunk tank of any local person. So that's kind of that was a fun mission. And after that, there's quite a bit. Looks like I can do train robberies. Ooh, okay. I don't want to jump on the train right now. So after that, I did a whole bunch of missions, and you're really learning a lot. Like I learned how to fish during that time, which is kind of cool, and it comes up later. And they're great missions. I think it's a great storyline. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of customization you can do with your weapons. The weapons sound amazing. They work amazingly. You can customize them to be more accurate, to have better sights and things like that. You can basically adjust your statistics, which is great. Tons of ways to spend your money. In your camp, there's things you can do to update your camp, so you can get ammunition at your camp. You can get better food at your camp. You can activate fast travel at your camp, which kind of costs a lot of money because you have to update a couple things. But well worth it. With all the money I've been making with all these missions, that's what I've been doing. I think right now I'm pretty broke. I only have $62, so which I could actually pay off my bounty if I wanted to. Interesting. Most areas I have a bounty of like 200. In fact, I can't go to the town of Valentine because we have a pretty big bounty on us in there right now because we kind of did something bad. I won't say it. But just impressions for the first couple of days. The graphics looks amazing. The storyline's amazing. Every now and then, when you're when you're riding with other people, it goes into the cinematic mode. Makes kind of going longer distances a lot more interesting, a lot more fun, and it kind of helps a lot. Am I here already? Where am I? Yeah, I'm kind of here. So this was kind of something I noticed early on, like this little town here was burnt out, and apparently there's something here I figured I'd share with you guys since it's in a couple other videos as well. Not really a spoiler, it just kind of shows you where something's at. But you see a lot of these little towns where it's like everything's burnt out, and sometimes you can find some stuff in here. I think it was in this one. Yeah, let me go and I'll show you. Here's the sheriff's office right here. Look at this guy. So here was the jail, right? And I don't know what happened here, but there's like, I don't know if you could see, but there was dead people here last time. Okay. I don't know where they went to now. They were literally like skeletons hanging off these bars last time I was here. So the weather is nice and dynamic. It does kind of change a lot. The graphics are amazing, and I'm only playing at 1080p because I don't have a fancy 4K machine, or 4K TV or monitor. But it is amazing. The one thing I will say, and once we hop back on the horse, I'll take a look at it again. Hold on. There it is. I wonder I missed it last time. Well, get down. Yeah, there it is. There's a lockbox here. And there's a special horse and a gold bar. That's what I was looking for, the gold bar. Graphics are pretty cool. I mean, there are no major complaints about the graphics. The one thing I will kind of say they kind of phoned in is the hair on the horse sometimes looks digital. Like, it looks like pixelated and stuff. That's, hair overall is very hard to model, and hair is kind of really... Ooh, can I go into Valentine? I thought I was not allowed to. We'll try to go into Valentine, see what happens here. The doctor's office is right there. Let's go. I want to go see something there right now. So it was the hair on the it looks a little pixelated sometimes, especially when you're running with a lot of people. Like, I just happened to notice it. Graphic wise, everything else seems to be pretty okay. pretty amazing actually. And a lot of times, like, you know, you learn to hunt. So there's right now, if I do this, you can see the scent of the animals, and I can track them. So if they go far away, I can still track them. What I usually do is when I come back into my camp area, I'll try to kind of just grab a like a deer on the way in. That way we have extra food. There's a campsite here. People here. Horses. But
I hope you ain't looking for gold, partner. I ain't seen so much as a fleck round here.
looks like he's planning to go. Well, let's go see if we can just rob him real quickly since somebody's around. So when you kind of go up to somebody, you can kind of talk to them. You have to get closer just to greet them.
Hey, give me some goddamn space here, will you? Just curious is all. No need to get rattled.
But
Get away from me!
see, his horse kind of fled. My horse is kind of okay with gun violence at this point. You do have to kind of build a bond with your horses. We're gonna loot him, see what he's got on him. He should not have been talking about. Ooh, small jewelry bag. Nice. Health cure. And my. Let's see if you can find anything in here. No gold in here. Yeah, sometimes these side missions kind of pop up. I have kind of stayed away from side missions. Though this wasn't really a side mission either. It was just a guy on the road. Sometimes, like, you kind of have to take care of people, I would say, because, like, you committed a crime and there's witnesses and you kind of have to do things. Like in the mission of Dune, in the course of Dune missions, sometimes there's witnesses and you kind of have to do a little, you know, you can try to either talk them out of it, or you know, maybe just take them out, really. And you do have to kind of loot a lot of bodies. The missions are great. There's, you know, that's what I expect from Rockstar. Great content, great missions. You can be as evil as you want to be, and I did notice that, like, people do take a, you know, they talk about the NPCs in this game and how they kind of notice things. In the town of Valentine, where we're actually heading now, and we'll see if I can actually get in there, since my gang does have a bounty on. But one of the early missions, like, it wasn't even a mission. I was just, like, looking around, and I went into the saloon, and my gang members were there, and we started drinking, and it was like a normal drinking time, and we ended up getting into bar fights, and it kind of shows you how to, you know, get into bar fights, basically, which is kind of cool. And we got into a fight, and it ended up getting escalated outside, and I kind of ended up fighting with this guy in the middle of the street on Valentine, and I beat him. And since then, like, every time I go in to Valentine, like, people will say, "Hey, you're that guy who beat up what's his name?" Like, nobody's ever beat that guy. Like, you know, I'm kind of not a real celebrity, but, like, people notice. And also, I did upgrade my guns when I first started, because I have the special edition, and, like, one of my gang members did notice. Look, ooh, can I go in? I guess she's not really there. You found a hidden position at. You can rob the shop's side business. Ooh. How do we get to the side business? Let's even go from here. So, anyways, I did buy a gun, and one of my gang members actually noticed that, you know, said, "Hey, that's a nice new gun you got there." So, it's pretty cool that, like, they notice things like that. Wait until morning, okay? Would you wait until morning? So it's kind of cool that they notice things like that, and a lot of the NPCs do know who you are. I was just writing back to, you know, the normal town, and basically I just rode by somebody on a horse, and he's like, "Hey, I know who you are. there's a big bounty on your head. So I'm like, oh great, now I got to take care of him because, you know, he knows who I am. So I kind of had to basically, just go in and you know, gently talk to him. See if I can see anything down here. Aim weapon. Not really doing much. How do I get in there? I'm gonna have to go through the front door. With the doctors. I don't think I've ever been to the doctors.
You may be a dirty, rotten thug for what you did to me, but I'll still take your dirty, rotten money. Just watch it.
Alright. Let's see what I got to sell here.
Sure, what you got? Alright, anything good?
You know what? Screw this. I never liked the guy anyway. Alright, Rob. So I've never actually robbed a store before, but...
Okay, folks, we'll take it from here. Hold up there, citizen. Yep.
Yeah, as you can see, there's some nice graphics. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Nope, I died. Yeah, I should have stuck with my normal gun. Yeah, I'm dead. It happens a lot. You die a lot. And in fact, if you try to go to something like Blackwater, you're going to die even more frequently. But that happens. My first robbery attempt. I didn't get very far, apparently. I should have left. I should have just got... But there is something I'm trying to get out of there. I'm surprised it's still letting me back in this town. I wonder what happens if I go to the doctor's now. Wait until morning. Alright, let's wait till morning again. I wonder what happens if I try to go now. Because people will remember you. And in this town, again, we've caused quite a bit of ruckus in the past. So people will definitely remember us. After this, there's something I do want to talk about. I did wait till morning. Did we not just wait till morning? So, there is a saloon in here. And in that saloon, during the drunk scene, I did witness two people fornicate. Which is, you know, I don't, nothing bad, you know, like nothing, you know, like I wouldn't say it's anything bad or anything. But the problem is, I'm not talking to you. Yeah, somehow he's still alive here.
Wait a sec. You can't be over there. There's nothing for you back there, sir. I'll mind you to treat my store with respect.
Yeah. I'm not going to treat you with respect, buddy. Anyways, close. What do I get? How do I get in there? Can I get in there?
What do you want? This is private. Get lost.
Alright, so there is more to it. Anyways, let me actually show you now since I'm thinking about it.
Calm down, partner.
So, let me go to the saloon here. And the thing is, this is a game where we kill each other left and right. You kill anything that moves pretty much, right? I think if I wanted to have core relations with a woman, I should be able to do it. Yeah. You know what?
Real scary, huh? Oh, so cute, scary.
Are we gonna get into
Come on, little boy. Let's settle this like men.
Okay, I accept your challenge.
You know what? You're on. I'll be doing the world a favor. Come on, let's go.
I haven't been in a duel yet, so it's feel interesting. So, anyways, I figure if I want to have relations with a woman, I should be able to. I don't even care. I don't want to see anything. I just want to go in a room, hear some noises, come out. That's it. But apparently, you can't even do that, which kind of bothers me because, like, if you're like a Westworld, you know, in Westworld, they kind of the epitome of a West. You know, they say kind of. Okay. You basically... Okay. Well, I guess I won that duel. You know, the big thing about Westworld is they kind of make fun of Westerns, but they say, look, the two things people want is to kill things and to fornicate. And, you know, I can't seem to do that. And here, let me see if I can find one of the ladies. I don't know where the ladies are. Probably none of them are over here. But let me show you this. And of all, so that's one my little complaint. I would say it's kind of a major complaint because of all the things you can do in this game, including what I'm about to show you. What? I didn't do any crap. Oh crap! Now he's not gonna let me do anything, is he? Nope.
Whole lot of commotion out there. What's going on?
Yeah. I gotta hide a sec before I can do. Okay, I'm gonna have to steal a horse here. I'm gonna have to borrow a horse. Okay. I'm stealing the horse. I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna go hide for a sec, and then I'll be back, and I'll show you what I meant. Yeah. Right now they're investigating, as you can see at the top right. If I get further out, ooh, okay, crap, shit. If I go further out, they will stop investigating, looking for me, and I can kind of go back into town without. All I did was loot the guy's body. I didn't even hurt him. And there's a lot of times you can just find like houses like this where you can go in and just kind of rob them. It looks like it's already done. Okay, good. I can go back, and I can show you what I'm talking about. So again, you can't proposition a lady of the evening for cordial relations, but you can take a bath and have somebody help, I would say. Alright. I am back quick. I would like to take a bath.
Can I get a hot bath, please?
And
Someone warming it up for you already. Just head down.
so you go back here. And you go in the bath. And you have the option to scrub yourself. So let's scrub, you know, my right arm. You know, scrub. So you have to hold down the X. You know, and then you could scrub another body part. You know, scrub. Now, last time I was here, somebody did kind of offer to come in. Maybe they don't do that anymore. Anyways, a lady came in and, you know, would actually help bathe me. And, oh wait, I did see the option, sorry. Let me actually, yeah, deluxe bathe, left button. I guess it's not an option. There we go.
Can anybody give me a hand in here?
There we go. So a nice young lady would come in, and she's different every time.
Just relax.
I've done historical
I'll take
research
care
on
of
this, and she will help bathe you. And in some of these
Hope the
bathing
water's hot
positions,
enough.
it does seem like there is some, you know, like right there, could be miscrewed for, you know, sexual
We'll leave this
purposes.
place feeling
But,
brand new,
again,
Vito.
you still can't have relations with the lady of the evening. There you go. You can chat.
Been a while since I've been able to relax like this.
As you can see,
Really now.
there's lots of innuendo like that in this. And you can see at the end, she does kind of give him a kiss and stuff like that. So
We don't like strangers much in this town.
Yes, that's how it is round here. Always been.
yeah, especially some of the hand motions in this thing, and her smile and his kind of smile. it's kind of a weird thing, but see how she gives. Yeah, this is.
I'll be out of your hair in no time.
Yeah. And it is every time kind of basically saying.
I don't think
See?
I'm gonna get much cleaner than this. Thank you.
And I did notice about the women in this period, maybe it's just, they seem to be overly done makeup-wise. But yeah, so overall, the game's amazing, well worth it. Let's actually go to the gun store, and I can show you the gun store. So you can see the different options and how to kind of clean guns. And I think, I'm actually, yeah, if I go in and I just click on that, I can maintain it, right? So I can clean it. the aim clean. So I can, you know, clean my double barrel shotgun in the middle of the street like every human does. And you can see the fire rate and the damage go up. The weapon is now clean. So, but let me show you. Let me go over here to the gun shop, and I'll show you what you can actually do. Yeah, make this quick. Oh. You can go in the gunsmith. You can customize. And let's just take a look at my pistol. You can clean the pistol if it's not clean. There's different components. You can add different grips. I think they're all cosmetic. None of them help with any of the stats. The barrel does length. I can make it a longer barrel, which would help with the accuracy. $12. Not really a big deal. Rifling, you know, you can get the improved rifling, which will help with that. The iron sights, I got improved iron sights because they're a little better. So, you know, it's nice. And if you wanted to buy a different weapon here, you could also do that as well. So if you go to Gunsmith and go to Browse Catalog, you can actually look at the catalog. Some things are, I think, are still kind of, where's that one they were talking about that was really good? The Schofield Revolver. They're talking about this one. It's supposed to be really good, but and this one, because I bought the special edition. It's free. These are locked. I think I have to find them first. Some of these I own. Some of them are still locked. I will get later on. But yeah, so it's kind of a nice little catalog thing of how to do things. And you can buy things like that at the other shops as well. I will not rob this guy since he's very well armed. But yeah, let's go see if we can do that doctor thing again before I forget. But overall, this is a great game. I highly recommend it. I think 60 hours for the main missions is... what the hell did I just do? I didn't do anything. I can't even peek through the window anymore. Oh, crap. Oh, boy. So people are after me for nothing I just did. I'm gonna have to borrow your horse, buddy. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna kind of run for it. Alright. I gotta defend myself. They were shooting at me first. Right there. I shot back in self-defense. I had to defend myself. Let's see if we can shoot his head up. Oh. Well, I might not be able to hit the stack. Neat. Drink a remedy. Alright. Hold on. I got him right in the face. Right in the kisser. Alright, so let's double fist it. Which, it's good and bad because now you're loading two things at the same time. Alright, I died. Which is fine. I need to get going anyway. So as you can see, fun game, highly recommend it. Wish you could sleep with it later in the night, but you can't. That's one complaint I have. Second complaint is that the horsehair looks a little different. A little odd. Overall, great game, great mechanics. Highly recommend it. Go get it.